UK Battle Rap News Daily. It's your boy Professor Banner, aka Hulk. Before we go any further, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, stay abreast with everything that's happening in the UK battle scene and the battle scene globally. You get me? We're touching on other stuff and that, but it's just more focused on the UK stuff. You figure deal me. But yeah, make sure you stay in contact. Hit me up at Real Rapper Hulk on the Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, whatever it is, whatever method you use, hit me up at Real Rapper Hulk. You get me? Give me some suggestions to film. Give me some whatever. You get me? If you want to shout out, if you want me to big up your mum, just message me. I'll big up your mum, fam. It's no long thing, you feel me? Keep it 100% all the way around here, you feel me? So anyway, today we're going to get into this thing. It's a new battle that ain't even out yet. Do you get me? So I'm going to give you lot some spoilers. Spoiler alerts, you feel me? But nonetheless, make sure you go check out the battles. I'm going to give you little tasters, so it's going to make you want to go check the battles out, you feel me? This battle you can actually purchase. I'm going to leave the link in the description. You can purchase it from Vimeo, from No Loose Chat, or rent it if you want to see it before it drops on YouTube. If not, just go subscribe to the No Loose Chat YouTube channel and you can see it when it drops in it. So today I'm going to be talking about Tony D versus Georgie Roots. Very important battle for the culture right now. One of the best newcomers up against one of the GOATs of all time. And yeah, it was a very, 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 very good battle in my opinion. And, you know, I don't really like to waste my time doing recaps and stuff and, you know, quoting bars and stuff. It's all a bit much in it. So I'm not going to quote too much bars and spoil the whole battle. But I do want to give you some of my highlights of why I think it was such a sick battle. So first off, obviously, it was at the Era versus Era event at the Fiddler's Elbow. This is one of the battles that ended up happening outside. Again, I love it. The street battle element just always adds that vibe to it. Do you get what I'm saying? People are smoking, people are drinking. Like, it just adds like such a gritty hood vibe to it. Like, just especially when the battles are right in it. Obviously, like me and iKid battled in the outside the event. Obviously, Fiddler's Elbow, we've done events there where we've had to do lots of battles outside and that. You get me? So, like, I just always like the vibe in it. And some people, like, I've seen people, battlers and stuff like Tox or whatever, they've always said like, oh, you lot battle in parks and you lot battle outside and I battle on stages and rare. Like, for me, I just feel like if you ain't part of the essence, you ain't part of the essence and you never will be, innit? It's okay to not understand it, innit? Not everything's for everyone. But for me, I just feel like there's no greater thing in battling to be able to just battle in public outside and just shut down, like, you get me, your environment. So yeah, I feel like that's what they did. So I'm going to give you a little breakdown. Basically, I feel like round one, Georgie Roots was kind of cooking still. He said something to Tony D like, you've already been beaten half to death by the hands of time, talking about he's got routes to choose from like a crossroads and that. One of his bars made me question though. He said, Yahtzee, roll up, make them die the same. But obviously if you're calling them die, then they're dice, innit? It's plural, innit? They're not die. It's a die or their dice. That's a pair. So yeah, that bar didn't really make sense. Obviously, when you're spitting them hard hitting punchlines, like, obviously man's got to be critical because it's got to make sense, innit? But yeah, he had some sick stuff still. He was chatting about Tony D turning down tech and stuff. Had a hard shallow how bar. Said something to Tony D about, you're so small you wear hand-me-ups and something, telling me Rock's baby gap and stuff. I'm not going to lie, Georgie cooked in that round still. Tony hit back, a great flip, as usual. You get me, schooling him about the benefits of actually being old and that. Tony D had some stuff about his man bun and that and done a whole haircut scheme. I'm not going to lie, I feel like the haircut scheme things kind of played out as unnecessary. Tony D obviously just flossing off his vet status. Man said, I've been outside since you man had a curfew and that. I think that the bar of the round, definitely, me and Airbnb got common ground. This is my house. I just let you here. I just let you stay here because I'm not around. You get me? Then he had a whole kind of little stacking multis bit and that. But I felt, I'm not going to lie to you, even though even the crowd and that was saying that Tony D won that first round, I feel like Georgie Roots won that first round still. I feel like he was hitting a bit harder still. He's stringing together. I feel like Tony, like I said, the haircut scheme was a bit played out. He done a couple of things where it was a bit fillerish and didn't really hit home as much. So Georgie had a Georgie started off his second round with a bar about some wedding cake shit. I just feel like that was just to say tears and all of that, and on top, and yeah, it weren't really rocking. Still, I'm not gonna lie to you. He said Root's been smoking, cleanse your aura with it. They had to send a sage. I don't know how you send a sage in it. Like obviously you use sage to do you know what I mean? Clear out the spirits in your yard or whatever. But how do you send a sage? Someone sent you a piece of sage. Are you the sage that they sent? I don't get it. Maybe there's another meaning for a sage that I don't get. Maybe it's like a mage, like a witch type thing. You get me? Maybe I'm just not into these common things. But again, sometimes when I'm trying to dissect these battles and stuff, I just don't get the bar in it. So maybe that can be cleared up in the comments or something. But I hate it when I just get into something like a scheme. I think yeah, that hits, but I just don't, because I just don't get it. He goes on to talk about building castles out the rubble that Tony and them left behind, fathered the game like a deadbeat dad and left it orphaned, and that poison the fruits of your labour and all of that. Like that was a fire scheme still, I'm not gonna lie. He said it was Rowan's, it's like he's saying that, you know, the scene dying weren't Rowan's fault, and certain man should have been able to hold the fort. He was staying home indoors, forgot what it felt like to go to war. You're the Messiah, I am Roman law. Get me? That was shit. You gotta pay for your, sorry, that was sick. You gotta pay for everyone's sins. That's what atonement for. So atonement for, that was a fucking bar still, I'm not gonna lie to you. Georgie Roots was snapping that second round still. Second round, Tony D had a flip. Again, I don't think that the flip popped in the second, I'm not going to lie to you. You're a legend like that, you got to come with the harder flips, make them worth it. Done a scheme about George saying he's a chameleon, changing his skin colour to fit in and stuff like that. Moke mentioning the Moke battle, saying that he was using Moke's skin colour to basically imply that Moke was a criminal, and he said he's raising 2 black children that won't adhere to his stereotype. Big scheme there, like proper hitman still. Definitely got to stand with that. He had Euro stuff, Euro's racism and stuff. He said humanity called into question. He said something about racial hair, patchy at best, don't connect like my facial hair. Again, I feel like Tony, you don't need to be doing them hair schemes, man. I get it, innit? Like, it sounds hood, but like, I'm pretty sure my man's a teacher by profession, innit? So I'm pretty sure if he was speaking in his everyday life, like, you don't need to be saying hair instead of here, innit? I get it, it kind of works, but I just feel like it's... you know what? If it was anyone else, I wouldn't criticise it, but Tony's one of the greatest of all time, innit? So I've got to be critical. It is what it is, innit? Like, I've got to hold him to very high standards, and I just don't think them kind of bars are high standards. Again, it's a bit fillerish. Had some good stuff about Georgie telling black people how to be black. Culture Club, Boy George, Karma Chameleon, he's about to Boy George. Fire, some Poseidon stuff about the waves crashing, old school magic like Hogwarts. It's a stroll in the park, I took the lead. This a dog walk, the fire, the way it dropped. Obviously, I'm butchering these quotes. It's just quotes, innit? You get me? But if you, this is what I'm saying to you. You need to see the battle. You need to hear the delivery. You need to see how it all patterns and everything that's saying. I'm just running through the little highlights and little stuff that popped out. You get me? Probably another bar of the barrel shit pattern like 90s Moschino clothes. Fucking hell. Break roots down, deconstruction the genome code. Fathered his father's style. I'm not going to lie, Tony D absolutely started snapping later in the second. Definitely won the second round, so I had it 1-1 going into the third, but Tony D definitely warmed up. It felt like he was waiting to warm up, where I felt like Georgie Roots was at it from the post a little bit more. Georgie's third round more about Tony D's lack of work break, calling him a lazy prick and shit. Talking about the KOTD, he said you shit yourself to get on a plane again. He said that he'd be the only Aggie little chav on the URL TV app if he had the talent he had. He said, you're outside in Camden battling me, fam. something like that. Treated like a breeze so long, we missed the chance to be the winds of change. Oof, that was nice. That was very, very nice. Had a bar about the Da Vinci, his career being like the Da Vinci helicopter because he couldn't get it to fly. Real Deal gave you PSTD, called him a little pussy or something. That was fire as well. Dropped the fish in a barrel mentality and we could have dropped he said he could have dropped the fish in a barrel mentality and got a bigger piece of the Pisces. That was fire as well. Could have been on Gnome instead of looking like one. Definitely fire. I didn't even realize how tall Georgie really was compared to Tony D. Like Tony D still looks short compared to Georgie. It's actually a joke. He said you come back to the grassroots, you're too afraid to blossom. Had a little bar about rose from the concrete and that, and paving the way and all of that hard. Tony D had a good plane flip still, best flip of his of the battle. I didn't really like his first two, but he said something about he hates flying and something about he don't have to because listed all the battlers that have come to him basically, which was quite sick. You know what I mean? OG status. I ain't got to move. They all come to me. He said, how many times do you see the optician? Can you even see the optician? You can see what we're thinking. Glasses thick enough to see the future. He already knows he lost. This in the glasses. Looking at the Doctor Strange. Can't see past the ancient one. Fucking fire. George Best bar. Obviously, Tony's going to have a George Best bar. Just his age. He's battling someone called George. He's a football fan. It's all just going hand in hand, innit? Another fire bar of the battle. I didn't foresee being in my 40s, giving 30s to guys in their 20s. They got so tired of giving me my flowers, they gave me roots to put in the ground to grow my own. Ooh. Fucking fire. This is when I was just sitting at my yard, just screwing up my face watching this shit, bro. Man said I beat you lying down, like my ground game impeccable. Bit pause worthy, then someone said pause, and then Tony D said if you were saying pause you question your sexuality, and then the guy said alright cool, not pause. So he basically made someone take back his pause. So that's even more pause to the guy who said pause and then said not pause, bro. What is it? Did Tony D actually just make you realise that you're insecure with sexuality, or I don't know, you just trying to just be cool? I don't know, man. Just be you, innit? If it's pause, man. It's all good, man. Yeah, but I just felt it was funny that he made man take his pause back, basically. He actually took it back on camera. Came to eat off my return profit margin. New era, only known for caps. A goat son and his kid, nature taking his course. Tony D had too much fire in that third round. Absolutely shut it down. Like I said, I feel like the first round he didn't get, and then the second and third he just heated up and went on full blaze. So I give that battle 2-1 to Tony D. Make sure you go watch it. You can go and watch it right now on the No Loose Chat Vimeo, or you can wait for it to drop on YouTube for free. Make sure you subscribe. I'm going to leave both of the links to both things in the description. Go into the fucking description, click the blood clot things, and go check it out yourself. Come back and argue with me. Come back and debate with me. Come back and tell me I was wrong. Come back and tell me I'm a dickhead, or come back and tell me, yo, Hulk, you was right, you know, fam. Should have listened to you from the start. I'm going to tell my mum to bail you later still. She's going to put a couple pies in the oven for you, fam. You get me? Tell her to crack open the yak. Get me? You go to bed. Put your headset on. Jump on Fortnite. Me and Madre are going to get busy downstairs. You know what I mean, son? Peace out.